7:37 here on this Tuesday morning. Are you set in your ways and have developed a daily routine? Well, things are certainly going to change. Marianne is with our life coach to help you cope with the changes in life.
Cynthia Bazin is back, our mentor, life coach friend from Smart Chick Mentoring, and change is inevitable, right? The only constant is change in life. You know it's going to happen,
right?
But we're not always ready for it. We get kind of settled into a routine, and we're not happy when change happens.
Right, exactly. And you know what? We all have fear of change, fear of the unknown, right?
Right.
But the first thing I want to say is this: is that doesn't the emotions, aren't they far worse than the actual thing itself normally?
Yes, actually.
Let me give a couple examples. Like job loss, if anybody's ever experienced a job loss, it's typically, you know what, you feel like it's the end of the world, you know what, that you're never going to find another good company, and then you typically find a job that actually aligns better with yourself sometimes, or a loss of a relationship, a breakup. Oh, it's the end of the world, right?
Until you find the next one,
until
you're like, thank God that one didn't work out. Thank God.
Yeah, right? Exactly. So that fear, those emotions, we need to try to take out those emotions and try to deal with action. That's what I'm going to be talking about today.
Okay.
Different types of action.
And you've got some tips on to help us break through that fear of change. And number one, you say do your research.
Right. So let's take the example of job loss. Is that instead of sitting back and worrying about it, about what's going to be happening, right? So if you have a job loss, is that what do you need to do? Start putting together a list of, do I need to reach out to friends? Do I need to look for recruiters? As far as starting a new business, for example, is that don't just wing it. Is that you got to do your market research. Find out, you know, what type of business you're trying to go into and what sort of like training and skills you need in order for you to move forward.
And number two, you say have a plan.
Exactly. So you've done your research, so now you have to lay it out. So for the job loss, are you going to be going to a certain amount of networking events each week? Are you going to be reaching out to certain recruiters each and every day? For a new business, are you actually going to get a team of advisors around you? Are you going to lay out a business plan and marketing plan? Again, all of this is about action.
All right, number three is minimize risks. What kind of risks?
Yes, the last thing we want to do is walk into our own hot mess, right? A lot of times, again, the fear, and then we walk into things that we shouldn't. So minimizing risk, for example, is that if you're starting a new business, is that you want to make sure that maybe you work some part-time work, okay? Make sure that you do things maybe small before you just leap right into it. As far as if you're worried about having a layoff, maybe you need to tweak up your skills, oomph up your resume, be prepared versus just waiting things to possibly happen to you.
Okay. Number four, recall past successes.
Right. You know, I always say this to my clients is that you've broken through fear before. We've all done it, right, Marianne? So you know what? We can do it again. So we've got to remember our skills from the past and remember past learning lessons. We've all made mistakes. So if you've made mistakes in the past, make sure you apply those lessons moving forward.
That's always a good one, too. And number five, this is important for anything, is have a great circle of support.
Absolutely. So breaking through fear, it starts with us and it ends with us. But, you know, you definitely, a great support network is important. And the thing you don't want to do is hang around fearful people if you're trying to break through fear.
Right.
You want to take, yeah, you got to be.
No, don't do that.
Exactly.
I would never do that.
Exactly. You got to hang around people that take action and move forward. So
we got a question on Facebook from Gina this morning. She says, I work at home. I have for 5 years. I'm ready for a change. She's ready for it, but she's having some trouble. She says, I'm looking for employment out in the world, applying everywhere with no luck. I forgot how difficult it can be to find a job. Any ideas how to deal with the stress and relieve some of my overwhelmed feeling of being lost on how to do this?
That's a great question. So the first thing I heard was stress. So I would ask, you know, her, are you putting self-care on top of the list? So making sure you're taking good care of yourself. This is a great time for you to get in great shape, eat really healthy. The next thing I would say is don't sit at home. Get out and about and reach out to friends, tap into your network, right? And just let people know what's going on and what you're searching for. And then another tip would be, you know what, why not volunteer in the area that you're trying to get into? I've had many instances of people that volunteer and they do a good job, and then a job opening comes up, you'll be the first in line.
You never know. People see other opportunities sometimes where they weren't really looking before, right?
Exactly.
It's always the least place you expect it
Exactly. So the thing is this, take action. Don't sit back and worry about, you know, what could possibly happen.
Right.
The emotions are usually worse than actually the thing going on. So move forward. Action will help you break through the fear.
Change is inevitable. Like you said, if you look back, we've all had some kind of change that we dreaded, and it turned out probably to be okay.
Yes.
Probably better than you thought.
Absolutely.
Exactly. All right, if you want to read Cynthia, you saw there, we've got her website as well, smartchick.me, link to gooddaysacramento.com. Go to our website there at the top of the page, click on show info, and then today's date for a way to contact her. Thanks as always. Great
Thank you
advice.
so much.
All right. Thanks a lot. Back to you.
Down